if somebody is losing, they'll be encouraging him to win. But when the person that they want to win is winning, they still applaud you, Abi. This time it's very one-sided. It's the underdog they are rooting for. If you are, they will cheer you. That's how they cheered. So for Ashley went out of here. I kid you not. There was no way Shelby Rogers would have beaten Ashley Barty without that crowd. I can guarantee every day of the week and twice on Sunday. There's no way. Ashley Barty had a bad day. Don't get me wrong. She made a lot of first errors. In fact, in one time, 3 games only, she had 11 of first errors. She wasn't, her first serves weren't going in well. But as bad as that day was, if the crowd did not cheer Shelby Rogers the way they did, they're not just like an extra man. They're literally, you can, the way they cheer you. Even I sitting in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm literally being lifted. This is we're talking matches that are midnight, 2 a.m. So it's not like it's early morning matches. And I am lifted in my spirit, which is why I have bags under my eye, but that's a story for another day. So these US Open people, as much as they're cheering for, so now there have been so many upsets. Alcaraz 18 knocked out Tsitsipas, Leila Fernandez knocked out Naomi Osaka, and Angelique Kerber last night. We'll talk about that, because even I was there to witness it. I was in shock. And then it was Shelby Rogers and Ashley Barty. So today, Novak Djokovic is playing one of their own, Brooksby, who is also one of the young stars. But he think can work with Novak Djokovic, because Novak Djokovic has a twisted mind. When they are booing him, he's hearing cheers in his ear. That's how he behaves. So he's his own cheerleader. He really doesn't need anybody else. That's the difference in him and most people. Like, I've seen matches where people are really rooting for the other person. And then it's just like, okay, they're shouting for me. He's like the donkey that Jesus sat on top. It's me they're calling me. It's me they're calling Hosanna. Let me walk along. That's what he's doing. Oh my
goodness, fantastic. I love it. Tega, thank you very much. I think you've also given us a lesson right there. Be your own cheerleader.
I'm telling you.
When people are not praising you, just be hearing the praises in your ears, in your head. That's all that matters.
Like the lizard.
Yeah. All right. So this is how you can be a part of the conversation. As you can tell, it's going to be a phenomenal one. You can head on to our YouTube channel right now. See us live on YouTube. Search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos.
Yep. Or send a message to WhatsApp with your comments. 0809 444 0981.
All right, let's go on to our first story here. It's a good one. Team Nigeria finishes on a high. Team Nigeria ended its Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games campaign on Saturday morning at the Tokyo Olympic Stadium, raking in 1 more gold and a bronze medal to finish with 4 gold, 1 silver, and 5 bronze medals. Lorita Onye started the closing day of Nigeria's contest by winning bronze in the women F40 shot put event, and Flora Ogunwa brought icing on the cake with gold in the F54 javelin event.
Yes, so like I said on Friday, after the other medal winning athletes arrived at the airport, we still had 2 events we were supposed to compete in, and it was the shot put and the javelin. And then I was really expecting Loretta Onye to come with gold, because at 2016 Olympics, she not only got gold, she set the Paralympics record. But this time, unfortunately, someone came in and smashed that record. So, smashed the record, but also she didn't win gold. She came up with bronze. So she said, "Oh, this is a golden bronze for me." I was just like, "Yeah, it's a win. I just wanted a different color." But congratulations to her, she did well. And then, of course, in gold again, we won. In javelin, we won gold. So yes, it was a good outing all around. Like I said from the start, it was never in doubt they were going to win medals.
Yeah.
Some color of medals changed, but what was important was that they won the medals.
That's good. That's good. Now, the Super Eagles of Nigeria opened their Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifier campaign with a comfortable 2-0 over Lone Stars of Sierra Leone on Friday. Leicester City hitman Kelechi Iheanacho and Everton midfielder Alex Iwobi ran riot on the day, delivering a brace and 2 assists respectively to send the Super Eagles soaring above the Lone Stars.
Okay, so let me make a correction here now, because people have been making these mistakes since.
What?
We played against Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Liberia and Sierra Leone call them. Okay, Liberia calls themselves the Leon Stars.
Exactly, which is why
No, sorry. Sierra Leone calls themselves the Leon Stars. Liberia are the Lone Stars, like the
Oh,
single
yeah,
star,
one,
one
yeah.
star. So people are always mixing them up, mixing the teams up. So I don't know why they don't
that's
change.
why I just by
I
default
don't-
I said Leon.
When you said Leon Stars, I was like, okay, he's
Yeah.
one of those that make. So it's a problem.
Okay,
So
Leon
because they are the
Sierra
Lone
Leone.
Liberia Lone Stars,
Oh, yeah.
then Sierra Leone
Leon.
Leon
So who did they
Stars.
play with? Because this
We played against Liberia.
Oh, so they said Lone Stars or
Uh,
something.
so they mix the
Yeah,
nickname
because of
and the
the
country.
yeah, yeah.
So yes, the Lone Stars of Liberia is who we played against, defeating them by 2-0. When I saw the boys, when I saw the Liberians too, I expected us to defeat those guys well, for the simple reason that those players were not very experienced. A lot of young stars. So you see the 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and it's not like they're giving us football age. When I saw the boys, they looked exactly their ages, and the ones I was able to talk to were born in Europe, so it's not like they could fake their their birth certificate.
Exactly.
So they were really young guys, and the coach had said he was looking at building a team that in the next 5 years would be a threat in Africa. So they are a team for the future. So I saw the inexperience, I saw the youthfulness. I just like, at best they're just running all over the pitch with youthful exuberance, but we should beat these boys like 4-0. So I was a little surprised that the Super Eagles didn't turn up in the second half, creating chance after chance and maybe taking those chances the way they did in the first half. But of course, a lot of things happened on the day. There was the massive downpour. In as much as the rain stopped in time for the pitch to dry up a little, there was still after effects of that flooding. So you could say that that had its own effect on the way that the Super Eagles played. But what was important for the Super Eagles was it was their first game of the World Cup qualifier. They were playing at home. All they needed was a victory. 1-0, 0.5. They needed a victory at 3 points. Just give us the win. So they started off their campaign really huge.
Yeah.
But they play tomorrow against Cape Verde, and all the UK-based players are not going to be featuring because of that
Oh yes.
red list
yeah.
that the UK
Also,
put
Cape
out.
Verde is
Yeah,
red
Cape
list.
Verde is a red list team. And so all the guys living in the UK, so you will not see the Oyibo wall. Yeah, you will not see senior man Kels. You will
Yeah.
not see
Oh.
Wilfred and Didi. So the team is going to be massively changed.
Yeah.
But we do have enough. If you ask me, we do have strength in depth when it comes to talent for this team to progress. However, because it's a completely different team, it's a little disjointed. I don't know how that result will be. So they're playing in Cape Verde, which is a tough country to go and get a result. Remember, Cape Verde beat Cameroon. Oh. Let's not even be playing rough
I was
play.
thinking that, it could be Liberia.
So
Cape
physically
Verde.
they can compete with us, and they have their team together.
Okay.
So it's not teams that are changing. They are
Yeah.
not looking for who to fill in the gaps. No. And then we are playing in Cape Verde. So by the time you look at the travel, you look at the logistics, you look at the team. If you come away with draw, I take it.
You take it.
I take it.
You know-
I'm not shouting too much.
I heard that after England won their World Cup, they did a fire. What was that thing called?
Fireworks.
Fireworks for
Yeah.
them. And someone was saying that what if they now win the World Cup?
No. Okay, so England has really struggled. That's
Okay.
part of the things that I would have talked about. The England have really struggled in their travels. So they went to Hungary and they took the knee, the anti-racism,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the crowd started booing them. Yeah, so, and when they scored, they were throwing things at them. So it was a horrible outing.
Oh.
So that was probably for their mental health.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I
it
think
wa-
we need it for our mental health.
it wasn't really
man.
about the fact that they are topping the group.
Okay.
As much as it was about
to boost them.
because they have really gone through struggles just playing outside, and you know how it is. They in their own they can be like we can abuse our players,
Yeah,
but nobody
yes,
can
no,
abuse
of course
them.
not.
That's what they do. So
Of
yes.
course. All right, nice one. So congratulations. Now let's get to that tennis, shall we? So Leila Fernandez brushed aside yet another former champion as the fearless Canadian teenager stormed into the quarterfinals of the US Open on Sunday with a 4-6, 7-6, that's 5-6-2 win over 16th seed Angelique Kerber. Kerber, who is 15 years older than her opponent, countered Fernandez's enthusiasm with veteran calm and focus. But it was the 73rd ranked Canadian taking charge in the third, sweeping the final 5 games to cinch a breathtaking victory.
I'm telling you, that's literally what it was. It was breathtaking. So, like I said, the night before, I'd seen Shelby Rogers come from 2 games down to beat Ashley Barty in the third set. And on that time, or rather, at that time, I was with Ashley Barty. So the American crowd were really upsetting me because I kid you not, it didn't matter what Ashley Barty did. If she somersaulted and hit a serve, they wouldn't applaud. They couldn't be bothered. I kid you not, they were not around. It was just quiet. Then Shelby Rogers will attempt something. Not that she will complete the execution, she'll just attempt it. And you will see the crowd yelling, shouting, standing to their feet. So I was on the other side of the field and I understood it. It was upsetting. But last night, I had seen Leila Fernandez against Naomi Osaka. Again, against Naomi Osaka, the first set, she looked a bit iffy. So I thought, okay, Naomi Osaka was going to win. So I slept and left the match. I woke up and Naomi Osaka had lost. So I had to go and rewatch this Leila Fernandez girl to see what was extraordinary about what she did. She has a maturity you cannot explain. It's, you know, this I've often said the things that make people great are not necessarily the technical, it's the things that are not tangible. And so that maturity she has was what was helping her in the beginning. When they started the game, you could see it. But I think when the crowd was making so much noise, I was cheering, and she too was cheering herself, she got carried away, and her youthful exuberance started to show. She turns 19 today, so today is her birthday. So happy birthday, Leila Fernandez.
Oh, happy birthday, Leila.
So she was, her youthful exuberance took over, and she started missing some points. Angelique Kerber came back into the match, took the first set, broke her early in the second set. Then it was as if the girl was just like, this crowd is a distraction. Hold on. Let me concentrate let me focus on my focus. And then she started to execute. It's not, she does not, she's literally like me. I'm 5'3", 50 kg. She is my size. She is, and then she's 18. So she has no power in her serves. You want to compare her to a 5'9" or 5'10" Angelique Kerber who has strong and powerful serves, but it's her placement of the shot that is so extraordinary. And so when she serves in those ways, Angelique Kerber was always scampering, always looking for what to do. So really huge one for Leila Fernandez. She was able to come out of that beautifully. It was the way she dominated. She didn't survive Angelique Kerber. She absolutely decimated Angelique Kerber. She destroyed her. Angelique Kerber played her best, and Leila Fernandez stopped it. Wow. That was what was impressive about that win. And so she's through to the next round. Another young man that is through to the next round, the 18-year-old Alcaraz that defeated Tsitsipas and then also won yesterday again to go through the next week. So fantastic one for him. Then we are watching one of the also biggest matches. Yeah, he's doing it for the short people. Unfortunately, he lost yesterday. Yes, to another young guy that the crowd was cheering. I kid you not. The US Open, the fans are baying for blood. It's different. It's different. They say,
we love it.
They say, I think they're trying to make up for what they missed last year.
Yeah.
And so they were able to push Van der Zandschulp into the next round. Zandschulp, over Diego Schwartzman into the next round. So a lot of youngsters coming through. You know, we've been waiting for the next gen to take over from the big three. It's the next gen that is not taking over.
They're skipping a generation.
I'm telling you, the generation after the next gen is one taking over. So really interesting US Open. So today, like I said, Novak Djokovic plays and Brooksby, the young, exciting American. I don't know that Brooksby, the crowd can
sway.
If you like, cheer him. Like I said before, Novak Djokovic is not listening. He's playing his tennis. So let's see how that pans out for him.
Excellente. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we have more sporting stories for you here in the Locker Room 981. Stay tuned. Oh my days. So I was saying that frame us properly. I can see you sitting there. We don't need to see you. I know with all.
Oh, that's what you meant. I
meant like bring it closer. Let's see our faces. It's so far away. Bring it close.
The zoom is not good.
What zoom? No, don't zoom. Move it. Move it gently. Move it gently. Let it come somewhere here. And
Yeah,
let
but
it,
the rain scattered everything now, so it's not like people.
that is-
Anyway, so yeah, no, don't mind us now. So we went to get a broadcast rights for Nigeria for the Super Eagles.
Okay.
Nigerians. That's what.
Rain now scatter.
Wait now. So apparently, so we're collecting our feed from France.
Yeah.
So we set up wires, set up everything. You know how it is now. Rain of God.
As in the rain was serious.
You couldn't watch. If you watch it on NTA, you would have been frustrated. See, let me tell you how it is. So I went to church to my mother's church to drop my mother. Someone just shouted, "Sister, why you're picking? Oh, random man, why you're picking? Man, they know they play adverts. They do technical problem inside match." I was like,
Oh
my God.
days.
it's not like I was there.
Yeah, this is much better. Yeah.
I was right there. He saw me and he was shouting this shout. I was like, it's not my fault. Like everybody is tweeting at me saying, Tega, your production. I'm not the owner of the.
You
I
are
don't
the
know.
owner. Stop it. Stop it. You are the owner.
I was like, what is wrong with you? So FIFA had told us that they were going to give us they're going to give us commentary.
Take, I need to see your face, please.
Please, you can see my face.
No,
I can't do
Yeah,
it.
now we can.
I don't want
No.
anybody to see my face.
No, Vals.
I don't want anybody to see my face before they come and be telling me that production
Okay, we
something
can see your
something.
face now. They'll be
I don't
calling
want.
you.
I don't
Tell
want
your
any
daughter.
production something. Production was great. At least you got to see the match before you were using one eye to look at your phone.
I was. What did your mom say?
My mom just laughed because she wasn't watching because so she didn't know that everybody was watching me.
Okay.
She thought it was on Super Sport. She didn't know that everybody was watching it on NTA. So she's in the house and her neighbor is the first one. There's a guy we call landlord because he came to the area first. Her neighbor is the one shouting, mama, come and see your picking up. Mama, come and see your picking up. Mother's like, what is that happening? So people on the estate now start telling her.
Oh,
that,
are you on TV?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
That I'm
know
on
that.
TV.
Wait, somebody was shouting, Mama, come and see your daughter.
I was wondering. I thought maybe they that because they listen to you that you're an analyst.
No, people were watching the live because we're the only ones that had the rights to the match.
Oh.
So when they shouted that they shouldn't be playing adverts and they shouldn't be doing technical issues on it, she just started laughing but people were personalities and me. Tega, I don't like how you were playing adverts in it. I said we lost signal. The signal was coming from France. Rain was falling. Does your DSTV show where rain is falling? What's wrong with you?
Very soon they will have like that your daughter's TV station.
Next thing to my amen. I received the TV
Oh,
station in
that's
Jesus'
amazing.
name.
I didn't even watch the match.
That's extra clout, man.
Where was it in Ibadan?
No,
Where?
Lagos.
Where in Lagos?
Testing Bagulu.
No wonder, yeah. Sanwo-Olu was there. The
Yeah,
governor was there.
yeah. They blocked the road.
Where was it? Which
Testing-
stadium?
Testing Balogun.
This small one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday. Their pitch
For
is
real?
their pitch is
This
standard.
TBS here. The
Yes.
traffic must have
No,
been
not
bad.
this TBS. Oh, TBS is going to hold Asha Buhari because the pitch is fine.
Alright. That's right. Satisfaction guaranteed here on Smooth 98.1. You're most welcome. It's still the locker room 981.
And Shay says, Ayo and Valentine, Baoni.
Oh, hey.
Tega, we could be wrong. We were supposed to beat Liberia like 15-2 now. Tega, the pitch was terrible. Not to talk of the Ibadan swimming pool pitch for the Lekon Stadium reopening. Ayo, we'll beat Cape Verde 3-1. Tega,
Okay.
please, who is Arsenal playing at the weekend? You should start celebrating with drinks from today. Back up. And then Onoche says, Omo, that game with Cape Verde will be a test of our Team B. I hope it makes sense.
I hope so too.
I hope so. We
But-
are all hopeful.
Yeah, but it will be showing again on that TV station people watched on Friday by 5 p.m.
Yep. WhatsApp messages to 0809 444
And you can go onto our YouTube channel, youtube.com, search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos. You can see Tega's face clearly.
A lot of you have missed the halftime show.
Yeah, you miss
And the
it.
halftime
Honestly,
show is the show.
literally the show.
All right, let's move on now. The Dutch Grand Prix was effectively a 4-day beach party with Max Verstappen at its center. Yet, while his adoring fans danced and chanted, cheered, and let off their flares, accompanied by a constant dance music backdrop, the Red Bull driver was the calm at the eye of the orange storm. In the words of team principal Christian Horner, he says, Max was remarkable this weekend. If you drive through the town to the circuit, every house has got Verstappen flags. There's so much support for him, and I've never seen a nation get behind a driver in this manner.
I'm telling you, it was huge. It was in the proportions of the British and the Three Lions. It's like everywhere there was orange. everywhere there was Verstappen. And I mean, it's his home team. And it was going to be the first time he was going to win, and he had a real chance to win it. So they'd watch the practice sessions, they watched the qualifying, they knew he had a real chance. That track is hard to overtake in, and then he was fast because even the Mercedes they tried to overtake, they tried. It was almost as if the closer they got, the farther they were. So they really did try, but Max Verstappen was determined to stake not just the win, but to get back to the lead in the Drivers' Championship, and then to win in front of his home. So when he won, come and see the orange smoke everywhere. It was amazing. Yes, the country got behind the driver in a way that I haven't seen in a long time. I think Niki Lauda was the last driver to win there, a home driver to win there. So it was a huge deal. But it was really big. But he kept his focus. He was just like la 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 la, and he was going. Whether you cheer me or you don't cheer me, man, is that championship title? I'm coming for it. Yep. And he did get the win. Beautiful drive by him. Like I said, strategy by him, perfect. Mercedes tried every strategy. They've tried to call his bluff. They tried to do checkmate. Everything they tried, he had an answer. So it was, meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton was just there in his car. They're too fast. What should we do? Should we switch now? Should I run longer? He was just there trying to, nothing, Oga. Who is fast is fast. Just do your own and leave the rest. So with all the trial and the error, Mercedes is still leading in the championship, in the Constructors' Championship, but in the Drivers' Championship, because they had two cars finish second and third. So in the Constructors' Championship, they are leading, but in the Drivers' Championship, it's Max Verstappen leading Lewis Hamilton by 3 points right now. Yeah. So huge one. So the third race we're waiting for is this weekend at Monza. Yeah. Everybody's saying it's a Mercedes track. It's a Mercedes track. But they've been saying it's a Mercedes track and Red Bull has been winning. So, so I'm not running with that analysis. I'm just going to wait to see what happens on the weekend to see how it goes. But what it is that this year's competition is very interesting.
Right. So Shay is back. Says, sorry, I forgot. Tega, your studio analysis commentary with Titus on Friday was the best. Of course, she's the best. Are we seeing you in the studio against Cape Verde so that we can have good luck?
Yes.
Tega, are we seeing you?
Yes.
We shall know.
Yes.
So tell us so we can, your fans are there.
Your fans.
Ridwan says the amount of support Mad Max got yesterday in Zandvoort was amazing. I really hope he wins his first ever Formula One championship. Shocking to see that Leila Fernandez has knocked out Naomi and Muguruza.
No, she didn't knock out Muguruza. Muguruza was knocked out by Krejcikova, the French Open winner. She knocked out Naomi Osaka and Angelique Kerber. Yeah. All
right. So it says, I will punch anyone who tells me there are no minions in football. Smooth FM team with Valentine as the goalkeeper will defeat that Yaya San Marino with clean sheet.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's talk about the Brazil versus Argentina match, which was abandoned 5 minutes after kickoff after visiting players accused of COVID violation. So Brazil and Argentina's World Cup qualifier was abandoned just minutes after kickoff on Sunday after Brazilian health officials objected to the participation of 3 Argentine players they believe broke quarantine rules. The dramatic intervention came hours after Brazil's health authorities had said 4 England-based players for Argentina had to quarantine. No date for the rearranged fixture has been set, with Argentina players leaving to prepare for their next World Cup qualifier at home to Bolivia on Friday, 10th September.
Okay, what did I say about Wahala being like roasted corn?
It's like
that's how everybody was setting up Brazil, Argentina, because they just played in Copa America. Argentina won that and won the Copa America. So we're looking at revenge mission. Yeah. This is World Cup qualifiers. Brazil is leading. Argentina is second. But Argentina could have gotten closer with a win. However, Brazil could have scuppered that. And Brazil were playing at home. They hadn't lost in a while. It was a huge deal. Apart from that Copa America loss, it was a huge deal. So everybody had set up, bought their popcorn, bought their drinks. Ashe, match started. Next thing we just saw James Bond. It was James Bond though, entering the pitch. Everybody, what is happening? Who stole something? Turns out that they came to carry the Argentine players that were supposed to have quarantined. And they said they lied on their papers. Now, here's what it is. So the Argentina team had played their first match 3 days before, won by 3-1 against Venezuela. So when they were coming in, they said they were all coming from Venezuela. Because that's where they were coming from.
Yeah.
But they were some of them were coming from England some days before.
In Venezuela.
Yeah, so
England.
the first they came in from England and they did not have the 14 days quarantine.
Yeah.
So in between that they played Venezuela. So yes, they wrote that they were coming from Venezuela because they were actually coming from Venezuela. They did not lie. But they now saw them on the pitch. They say, that guy that plays in Aston Villa, catch that one. So that's how they came on the pitch to come and get them out. During the game. 5 minutes into the game, when everybody has sat down and match has started.
That's got to be
That
funny.
is so disappointing.
I did not even know where to start. So if people were saying, it's because Brazil was afraid that Argentina would beat them, I don't think so.
Wow.
That had nothing to do with it. It just had to do with the fact that they had actually told them when they arrived in Brazil, that they had needed to quarantine. For me, I think they should have turned them back at the airport. Don't tell them to quarantine because they can't play the game.
Yeah, but it's true.
They can't play. The game is before 14 days. They cannot play the game. So at the airport, you turn them back.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. You know them. It's not like they are hidden players. You know the names of the people. You know who doesn't know Martinez.
When did this happen again?
Last night.
So where?
Brazil.
In Brazil.
So just so we know that it's not a Nigerian thing. Some countries actually.
So they should have. So they had told them. What I've told you. South America is just Africa on a different continent. So what they should have done for me, instead of they let them in and ordered them to quarantine. When they saw that they were going to training, they sent officials to order them to quarantine. For me, that's not from the airport. The match is in 3 days.
Exactly.
3 days not up to 14 days. Oh yeah, please be going back to your country.
What's your purpose of visit?
Yes. They knew their purpose of
Exactly.
visit. Go back to your country.
Yeah.
Because they drove down in a bus or
Someone didn't do their job.
so yeah. And then they get to the pitch and start to form Mission
Yeah,
Impossible.
exactly.
Now
I think
match
I
has
was very
scattered.
tough.
After we are finished buying popcorn. Now the scorn is soft. Please, next story, Mbok.
Italy broke the world record for the longest unbeaten run in the international football with a goalless draw at Switzerland on Sunday. It was yesterday. While Germany got their World Cup qualifying campaign back on track by thrashing Armenia 6-0. European champions Italy should have taken all 3 points, but Swiss goalkeeper Jan Sommer saved Jorginho's second half penalty. The ball didn't want to go into the goal. That's what Italian coach Roberto Mancini told RAI.
Yeah, the ball really, there was something there. No, I don't understand it because there were too many chances, too many clean. That myth has come again. Too many clean chances, too many opportunities created. The ball just didn't fall. The lines didn't fall in pleasant places. Is all I can say. So really tough one for them, but they did get the record of going 36 games. The international record of going 36 games without losing. However, they'd like to win because they've had 2 draws now back to back. Against Bosnia, against Switzerland, not the way that the newly crowned European champions would have liked to have it.
Yes.
But if they really think about it and they go back to how they won the championship, they drew there too. It's penalty shooter that helped them. So
they've been on an Ogono
exactly.
Drawing.
Drawing. So really
On the
tough one for
regular.
them, but Mancini would like to get back to winning ways.
course.
Again, for me, Jorginho steps up and you look at it and say, that's definitely a goal. And sometimes during regular time, he will not score that goal. Penalty shootouts, he will score it too. That regular time where they need 3 points, it's tricky. It's a toss-up.
clarity.
So then he needs clarity. So real big one there. Then huge win for Germany. Of course, it was against Armenia. So 6-0 is not shocking against Armenia. And also Spain, after losing to Sweden, in a way that I did not believe it. They came back, of course, to win against Georgia. But again, it's Georgia. There are ideals in football.
Alrighty then, thank you very much. Olumide on you guys doing your thing in the smooth studio.
Yay!
Nice one. Take it.
We love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
The
much.
messages now. Lufemi says, how did between Brazil and Argentina start when it was obvious COVID rules were being broken?
Very, very, very thank you. I thank you all very much for the wonderful conversation we've had in the last 30 minutes. A big thanks to the one and only Tega Onojaife, aka Tega Supreme,
We are
whom
Team
you
Tega.
now see on your TV screen. And we are loving it. Don't forget to follow the work she does, the ladies at LIS International, and follow us at Smooth981 on Instagram. See you and have a wonderful rest of the day. Don't go anywhere. The Smooth Breakfast Show continues with some great music here on Smooth
98.1.
Point. What?
Fantastic.